Hey, Michael Ryan here with NYC by Pub. I'm here at the legendary McSorley's Ale House with Gregory De La Abba.
That's right.
And we're going to chat a little bit about the pub today.
And it's McSorley's Old Ale House.
Old Ale House.
That's right.
So, Gregory, tell me a little bit about the history. When did the pub open? And tell me a little bit about this story between the oldest pubs in New York.
That's an old story. It's like Cheers. But we're in the East Village here. And this was the most populous neighborhood in all the United States in the 19th century when John McSorley opened up the Old House at home. But it was always referred to as McSorley's because everybody loved Old John. And we opened up in 1854. It's undisputed. There are city records in both the Historical Society and the, take care guys, the Museum of the City of New York. There are 2 records kept for Manhattan. And they list John McSorley as a saloon owner since 1854. And he only served light and dark ale because he believed that the hard liquor was the root of all evil. And if you left a man alone with a good mug of ale, he would cause no trouble. And knock on wood, we don't have any trouble here at McSorley's Old Ale House.
Can't say that I've never caused trouble after a few ales, but I understand. Now, Gregory, how long have you worked here?
Here, 28 years working, 38 drinking.
And you're from, you said Queens.
Born and raised in Queens.
Yeah. So, Gregory, tell me a little bit about your customers here in the East Village today,
Sure.
as opposed to yesterday. You said you've been working here for a little while.
Yep.
Tell me about the community here.
Well, in the 19th century, this neighborhood was called Little Germany because of the large German population. Now it's more Ukrainian, as well as students from NYU and the other city colleges. It's a very young neighborhood today. Not so many families like you would have in Brooklyn or in Queens, but there's still a number of families. However, the McSorley customer is from far and wide. I have generations of the same family that have been drinking here, like the Quinn family from Brooklyn. They're a 3-generation family, and the sons founded Feltman's Hot Dogs, which was the original hot dog from Coney Island. And we were the first place to sell the hot dogs. And people love the hot dog. It's the best hot dog on the planet. They also come for the cheese plate, the McSorley's cheese plate. It's basically cheddar cheese, raw onions, and the house mustard we make fresh every morning with the ale.
I've been eating this gourmet cheese plate since 1985. Not continuously, but repeatedly. It's the best.
And, firemen, I got some families that are 5 generations firemen in New York City that have been coming here since the 19th century.
What do you say if someone orders something that isn't dark or light, and what do you prefer, dark or light?
Well, I enjoy them both equally, with equal measure. And if they don't get it, some bartenders are a little more sorely than I am. It's light and dark ale.
Yeah.
And they learn very quickly, and people who don't drink ale, they all say the same thing. Wow, I've really enjoyed that.
Yeah,
because it's
absolutely.
fresh. And that's all we sell. So the kegs are right underneath the taps. We don't have 100-foot lines where the crud can grow inside there, and it's delicious and nutritious.
So, Gregory, tell me a little bit about the space itself. It's very unique. You walk in and you have an instant feeling of almost chaos. Tell me about some of the stuff on the walls, the sawdust on the floor.
It's orderly chaos, and historical chaos.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it started when John McSorley passed away in 1910. His son, Bill, who took over, he shut the bar for a week to take care of the funeral arrangements. And when he opened up again, after he buried his father in Queens, he nailed or screwed everything that his father put on the wall to the wall. And he made McSorley's almost like a shrine for his father. So everything, as you go in, that is eye level, and most of the stuff above was put there by John McSorley himself. Some of the things we have is, an original wanted poster for the murder of Abe Lincoln. We have the original invitation to the opening of the Brooklyn Bridge. We have tons of things about the 69th Regiment, which was the all-Irish Catholic unit that fought during the Civil War. That was organized by Thomas Francis Marr, who was a good friend of John McSorley's. And we have playbills, tons of playbills, because 3rd Avenue and the Bowery was all the vaudeville theaters, 2nd Avenue was all the Yiddish theaters. And our neighbor right next door here is the Hebrew Actors Union building. It was the first union of its kind in America that protected the actors. Harry Houdini was a member. He was always on this block, and one of, like in 1904, he performed one of his tricks in here, and he left his handcuffs for the bar. So there's a lot of great history at McSorley's. I invite you all to come in. And why don't you come in and for a hot dog, a Feltman's hot dog, and some cheese and crackers.
I will do.
Good.